Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start our second drawing. We're going to go ahead and open up the document. You're going to put your full name, the class, and it's called spacer plate. Go ahead and create. That will be up our drawing. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put this on the front sketch plane. So we'll click on our word front here. That'll bring our front sketch plane for us. We are going to be doing this in millimeters. So we're going to come up here and we're going to go to a little hamburger icon up here. We're going to click on that. We're going to come down to workspace units, and we're going to change that to millimeters. So under the length default unit, we're going to go millimeters. We're going to click the check. Now we are currently in millimeters. Here we're going to start with our front view, and we're going to create our spacer plate. So to do that, we're going to click on sketch. We're going to click on the plane itself. Do not click on these lines, because when you click on those lines, it puts it on a different plane. So this is the right and this is the top. We want to click on our front, so we click in the middle of this square up here. That opens up our sketch. We're going to start with a circle. I'm going to put it in on my origin, and I'm going to bring that out to approximately 7.5. I'm going to come up to my dimensioning tool, and I'm just going to make sure that it is 75 millimeters, and we'll get it to that size. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go my center point rectangle, because I'm going to have a rectangle that's going to go over top of it. And I'm just going to kind of get a general size of that above my circle here. I come to the bottom here. I'm going to set my bottom length to 200 millimeters. And my height is 100 millimeters. That'll size that up. You'll notice in the top corners there are a couple cutouts or triangles in the corner. We could do that. We're going to kind of generally just draw what that shape is. Now we can come back and we can dimension those triangles to where they should be at. So I'm going to click on the dot of that line I just created, and then go ahead and click on the corner here. And if you look on your measurements there, that is 35 millimeters. And then I can do the same thing from this corner to this dot here, and that is 60. And then on the opposite side, it's the same thing. So I can click here, here, and go and put my 35 millimeters in, and here, and that is my 60 millimeters. So there we have the general shape. So you can go ahead and use your trim tool, and we can trim out these corners here, and that'll give us our general shape here. There are two more circles located in there. I'll show you a different technique of doing that. So here I'm just going to draw a line right here. I'm going to select that line, and I'm going to turn that into a construction line. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to draw a circle kind of in this area here. Make sure that you unselect your construction line. And we're going to set that diameter to that as a 20 millimeter diameter. And then we're going to dimension it from the corner. So I'm going to hit the center point and the side. So center point in the side. And I'm going to come down, and that is 30 millimeters from the side. And it is 25 millimeters from the bottom. So we have that positioned. So now you'll notice that there's one on the other side in the exact same place. So I can come up here to my mirror tool. I'm going to select on my mirrored line, which is this line right here. And now I can choose my circle, and what that'll do is that'll mirror it to the other side. And we can be complete here. So I can hit the escape key to get out of that. So now all I have to do is finish the sketch, come up here, click on my shape, and you'll notice the thickness is 10 millimeters. If I put this in isometric view, you'll see that we have our shape here. At this point, I can come down and create a drawing. Choose my shape. I'm going to put my right view in. I'm going to, oops, I want to project, so hit P there if you are not in that. I'll choose my shape, and project. It's not letting me, okay, let's see, try it again. Insert view. I'm just going to change this real quick to 1 to 2. Insert. I choose my that's why it's not letting me do it. So I'm going to hit the check mark here. Make sure you hit the check mark to get out of that. Now we can delete this. And I'm going to insert the view 1 to 2. Insert. Now I can click on this one. And that's going to give me my front view, my top view, my side view, and my isometric view over here. Now I'm just going to come in and I'm going to put in my dimensions just like before. We can go ahead and we can put in our diameter. We can go from that point to that point. Here's that measurement. From this point to this point is that measurement. And do that diameter. We could do our height. And our width. And I think we, oh, yep, and we're going to do one more here. Just going to move these down just a little bit. Give me a little bit of space there. And I think we have them all. Oh, and we got to place our circles down here in the corner. Height and width. So at this point, all of my dimensions are done. I can come down here and double click. And we're going to type in our spacer plate. in there. First place or plate should be our name. Oops, wrong one. Our name should be located here because we're logged in under our account. And we're good. So we can go ahead and export as a PDF. So it should default to PDF. Here we're just going to put in our full name. And we get to enter, and that will save that or download that to your Chromebook, and then you can upload that to your Google Classroom in the spacer plate turn-in.